Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Weekly AI News with Shaily. I'm Shailendra Kumar, here to unpack this week's most exciting and impactful AI advancements with insights you won't want to miss. Now, why does this week's AI news matter? Because we're witnessing a fascinating pivot. No longer the relentless race to bigger models, but a shift toward efficiency, interpretability, and real world impact. Let's dive in. First up, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, or NIST, just announced something game changing: new centers dedicated to advancing AI in manufacturing and critical infrastructure. Think of this as building the foundation stones for AI that powers our factories and essential services. These centers focus on creating standards and testing grounds for AI driven automation, robotics that safely and reliably boost production on scales that really matter. This is more than lab experiments, it's about bridging the gap between cutting edge research and industrial deployment where failure isn't an option. Imagine your next car, phone, or even power grid being touched by AI held to these rigorous standards. It highlights a critical question: how do we ensure AI doesn't just innovate, but also integrates safely into the backbone of our economy? Here's a bonus tip: whether you're a developer or a business leader, keeping an eye on emerging industry standards now will save headaches later when adopting AI powered solutions. From sturdy factories to elegant math, a surge of 116 machine learning papers dropped on arXiv recently, revealing intriguing breakthroughs. One standout idea: large language models may actually operate with separate task schema and binding mechanisms during in context learning. In plain speak, this hints AI is organizing knowledge modularly rather than just crunching everything together. Even more exciting, several findings show simpler geometry aware models can outperform massive, complex ones. It's a fascinating math over mass movement. This trend encourages us to reconsider our obsession with scale and instead appreciate the elegance of efficiency. Here's a question to ponder: could embracing interpretability and geometry in AI lead to less opaque and more trustworthy systems in critical applications like healthcare or finance? As a listener, next time you interact with an AI, see if it feels like it's thinking in modular pieces or just spitting out memorized patterns. From theory to the edge of your fingertips, Google quietly rolled out LiteRT, a library designed to bring AI capabilities to the tiniest devices: microcontrollers, browsers, even embedded Linux systems. Picture AI running not on massive servers, but on that smartwatch or factory sensor, whispering real time insights without connectivity worries. LiteRT supports languages like C++ and Java, making edge AI as accessible as never before. This democratization is a big deal because until now, deploying AI in resource limited environments was complicated and cumbersome. It's like giving superpowers to everyday devices, from predictive maintenance in factories to defense systems. The takeaway: thinking about edge AI deployment, start exploring lightweight model libraries early. Your future projects might depend on them. And I wonder, with AI living on such small devices, how will privacy and security paradigms evolve? Keeping up the momentum, OpenAI's GPT 5.2 is making waves again, this time hitting milestones in specialized scientific knowledge. It achieved nearly a 71% win rate over experts in GDP val benchmarks, a tough standard, and dominated Olympiad level science tasks with a whopping 79 times efficiency in molecular cloning. More than just a language generator, GPT 5.2 is now a specialized lab partner, helping to redesign complex protocols and reason through scientific challenges. This signals a clear trend toward agentic AI, not just answering questions, but taking initiative within domains. So here's a thought: as AI becomes more science savvy, how might that shift the role of human experts in labs and research? For those in science or R&D, consider AI collaborations as a powerful productivity multiplier, but keep an eye on transparency and explainability. Rounding it out, December brought notable momentum in AI ethics and regulation. New guidelines focusing on bias, transparency, and privacy are solidifying, especially in sensitive areas like healthcare diagnostics and autonomous agent tools. Unlike past waves of self regulation and vague promises, these evolving rules impose enforceable standards aligned with real world deployments, including those NIST centers we talked about. This underlines a crucial reminder: responsible AI isn't just a nice to have, it's becoming mandatory for trust and compliance. An insightful takeaway here is to embed ethics and compliance checks early in your AI projects, not as an afterthought, which begs the question: how will businesses balance innovation speed and regulatory demands without stifling growth? Now, stepping back, these stories knit together a bigger narrative for AI in 2025: efficiency and interpretability over brute scale, edge, and agentic AI shaping everyday life, and a maturing ecosystem where standards and ethics converge with innovation. If you recall, 2024's heavyweight LLM focus this year feels like a graceful shift towards smart, sustainable AI. Before I let you go, here's one last nugget to chew on. Standards and collaboration transform isolated breakthroughs into lasting revolutions. The NIST centers perfectly embody that truth and could be the cornerstone we look back on as the moment AI truly matured in critical industries. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love to connect with you. Find me on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Medium. Share your thoughts, ask questions, or simply say hi. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Weekly AI News with Shaily so we can keep this exciting journey going. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you next week with more fresh AI insights. Until then, keep questioning, keep learning, and of course, keep innovating.